We say come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Play it, Doug. Sing it with us if you want to. We say come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Well, I don't know, but I've been told
Raise a ruckus tonight.
that the streets of heaven are lined with gold.
Raise a ruckus tonight.
Well, I ask you how things get much worse.
Raise a ruckus tonight.
Then if the Russians were to get up there first. Raise a ruckus tonight, we're gonna come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight. Oh, Martin. Last chance, we said come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright. Get on board and down the river we'll go. We're gonna raise a ruckus tonight.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to our spectacular Route 60 Music Saturday night for this wonderful October 19th, 2019 show. We are Facebook Live right now, so if you're having a lot of fun being live, that's great. Thank you for coming out. Now, we've got some great artists that are going to be performing tonight. Fletcher, she's a first-year student at Marshall University. Also, Joe Lambiotte, Chesapeake singer-songwriter originally from Parkersburg. Now, proceeds from the door tonight are going to benefit Golden Girls Group Home in Cerrito, West Virginia. That Golden Girls Group Home has a mission to give hope to young girls by offering counseling as well as educating and mentoring them in a safe, nurturing environment. So thank you for coming out, and all the money raised at the door goes to help this fine organization. Now, you can find out more about them at gggh.org. And we're so glad to be here. Thanks to all the folks at Route 60 Music. We're going to be raising a ruckus tonight. Enjoy yourself this evening. Thank you for coming on out.
We're awful glad to have you way downtown in Barboursville. This is a little tune we do called Way Downtown. It's also a sing-along possibility. We try to make this sort of like the old-fashioned hootenannies. And it goes like this. Well, it's way downtown, just fooling around. Took me to the jail, and it's oh me and it's oh my. Ain't no one to go my bell. Get it done. No ticket. Late last night when old Willie came home, I heard him a-knocking at the door. He's slipping and a-sliding in them new city shoes. Papa said, Willie, don't you knock no more. And it's way downtown and a fooling around. Took me to the jail. And it's oh me and it's oh my. Ain't no one to go my way. Mr. C, if you please. Yeah. Oh, Calico. Woo! was sitting in my sweet Sally's house, sitting in that easy chair. Well, one arm around this old guitar and the other around my dear. And it's way downtown and holding around took me to the jail. And it's oh me and it's oh my, ain't no one to go my bail. Paul Martin, if you please. Paul Martin. Yes, yes. Well, one old shirt is about all I got, and $1 is all that I crave. Didn't have nothing here when I come to this world, ain't gonna take nothing to my grave. Karma, way downtown and fooling around, took me to the jail. And it's oh me and it's oh my, ain't no one to go my bail. Take it home, Doug. Oh, they want to sing one more time. I can just feel it. Well, it's way downtown and fooling around took me to the jail. And it's oh me and it's oh my, ain't no one to go my bail.
The 1937 Fletcher House Band tonight. Well, our first act is raring to go. We're so glad to be able to welcome Allie Fletcher to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Let me tell you a little bit about Allie. She's a first-year student at Marshall University. She comes from a well-established local musical family. In fact, Allie's been playing music nearly her entire life. Now, she grew up listening to her mom, who fronted the Angie Fletcher Band, and her father played for Billy Ray Cyrus Band. Last summer, Huntington met the newest standard bearer of the Fletcher legacy when Allie played an acoustic set for the Huntington Music and Arts Festival. She says, playing the same festival as Tyler Childers and Ona was amazing. I love them and feel inspired by them, and it feels incredible to take the same stage as your local heroes. And she was interviewed by Mike Morgan of Marshall's student newspaper, The Parthenon. She hopes to work toward a career as a musician, and Huntington could be a great launching pad. She says, so many great musicians started out as babies playing here, and I'd be honored to follow that same road, although I realize that I have to continue to work hard to get there. This is only the beginning. She's currently working on recording an album, and she told Morgan that she likes to think she's floating wherever the wind takes me. So ladies and gentlemen, please give her a very warm round of applause. Allie Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We all float down here.
This first song I wrote for my grandmother who passed last year. It's a song written from her point of view, talking to me in my stage of grief. It's called Love Alice.
I'll see you someday soon.
not remembering me in despair. Isn't it funny how I'm free to live my life now? I broke free from chains that wear me down, but I can still hear you crying for me. Well, I still hear you crying for me. The Lord wipes your tears when you're calling to me, and I hope you can feel Him there. And He'll try to heal that hole in your heart that I've left there. And your hand when you feel let down, but I can still hear you crying for me. But I'll see you when you come home. This next song I wrote when I was 15 and thought I was in love. That was actually not the case, but I got a good song out of it, so it's fun. Who knew I could be this blind, to live without a love so divine? And now I've got your hand in mine, and this is our true paradise. Oh baby, you hold me up when I've got the blues. Say baby, we ain't got nothing to lose, and you've got Jesus in your heart. You're like fine wine and classic art. It's all making sense now. I knew you'd love me anyhow. Oh baby, there's something indescribable about heaven on earth when you're unstable. Got me dreaming about white picket fences and all the things that I've been wishing for. I met you in the springtime, and you were so effortlessly sublime, with those pretty blue eyes. I couldn't get you off my mind. Oh baby, those front porch conversations, when I look at you with such adoration, I know you caught me staring. So give me a smile and call me darling. And it's all made always gets on me about writing sad and slow songs. I haven't figured out how to write a happy song yet. I have a lot of angst. I'm 19, so I'm sad all the time. But this song is no exception. The song is called Simone.
And John, we can do better than that. That is Allie, and we want to hear you tell her how great she is, won't you? Fletcher. I just want to have a little conversation with this young lady. She looks like a triple threat to me because not only does she sound phenomenal, she writes her own music and she's beautiful. So triple threat. I am so excited that you're here. You come from a musical family. So, like 2 years old, you started?
Pretty much. Like, as soon as I could, well, my dad used to hold me while, like, on his drum set, and I would pick up the sticks and go. That was the first thing I learned how to play.
Drums?
Was drums, and then they would be rehearsing, and my mom would hold me while playing, piano, so.
Uh-huh. So did you start to read music?
No, I did everything by ear.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to play drums first. Just that was always kind of natural to me. And then I got sick of that and was like, I want to play guitar.
Let's get serious.
Yeah. So then I would watch videos of Nirvana play live and would watch Kurt Cobain's fingers, and then that's how I learned how to play.
Nice.
So I don't know how to read guitar music or anything. I learned how to read drum music after, because my dad is so great and I wanted to one-up him. And I was like, well, I can read music, so.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
So I hear a little, you got to tell me if I'm wrong. I hear a little Sheryl Crow influence in you.
Yeah, I grew up listening to her. My mom is a very big Sheryl Crow fan.
Okay.
So she was always playing her CDs, so I listened to her a lot. But a lot of my influences come from, like, I love punk music, and I love women who play punk music, and so I get a lot of that fierceness.
Like Pink? No?
Well, more like probably Kathleen Hanna from Bikini Kill, and
Yes.
like women of like the 80s and 90s who kind of did that thing. I love that they're just so aggressive, and I love that.
There's a lot of power in your...
Yeah.
Yes, you've got it. So
You're good.
when did you pick up the pen? When did you start writing?
I wrote my first song when I was 14.
Wow.
I had tried to write a few before that. They weren't that great. But the first real song that I wrote was called Vanilla. If you want to support Route 60 Music's page, there's a video of me in that room singing Vanilla when I was 14 years old.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we talked a little bit about your influences. Where would you like to go with it?
I want to be in the magazines.
Yeah, big time. Let's do this. Let's break through.
Like, not just because I want to be famous, but I just feel like I have a lot to say. And I've been through a lot that I feel like a lot of people can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it deserves to be heard.
Phenomenal. And you were just opening for a big show in Huntington. You're going to be playing, headlining at The Woods in Huntington on November 1. So I want
Yes.
people to write that down.
Yes.
And if you want to find Allie on Facebook, you can find her at Allie Fletcher Music. If you want to get her on Instagram, you'll find her Allie Fletcher WV.
Yes.
So let me put this microphone back in place and get out of the way. Let's hear more of Allie Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen.
Rise and tell a story.
Thank you for supporting this great cause. I'm also glad to be singing in general. I've been sick the last 2 weeks, and I'm glad to have my voice back, kind of. This last song is called Somebody Should.
Fletcher, Allie Fletcher. Yes. Yes. And you'll find her on Facebook, Allie Fletcher Music. You'll find her Instagram, Allie Fletcher WV, and you'll see her headlining at the Woods in Huntington on November 1. Allie Fletcher. I'm sure we're going to hear a whole lot more from this young woman. We've got the house band for you, the 1937 Flood Band. We're so grateful that you came out for the show. We've got a representative from the Golden Girls Group Home. We'll be talking to Ellen in just a little bit. First of all, your house band has a couple of songs more to play for you. And this one's called Dead Cat on the Line.
Well, you know, while Paul was passing out, give you a little background on this song. Not the one you're seeing from Paul, but what we're going to sing next is an old jug band song. You know, there's all kinds of angst, and the jug band people had angst that was satisfied by Prohibition, mainly.
Prohibition.
This was a song done by the Hokum Boys originally, and it was a lot of party music from the 1920s and 30s would show up on these old records. And this is a song called Dead Cats on the Line, which sounds like it ought to be something we'd sing around Halloween. Here you go. And there's an opportunity to sing along here too, because you Chicago women running hand in hand, run around with somebody's man. There's a dead cat on the line. There's a dead cat on the line. Well, I ain't lying, you're the cheating kind. There's a dead cat on the line. Do it, Doug. Strong. When you shake hands, you hold on too long. There's a dead cat on the line. There's a dead cat on the line. I ain't lying, you're the cheating kind. There's a dead cat on the line. Just to see if you please. Yeah. Talking out of your head, you had to take a bath before you went to bed. There's a dead cat on the line. There's a dead cat on the line. Well, I ain't lying, you're the cheating kind. There's a dead cat on the line. Paul Martin. Oh yeah. This morning about 3:45, I saw Bill Martin coming out your door. There's a dead cat on the line. There's a dead cat on the line. Well, I ain't lying, you're the cheating kind. There's a dead cat on the line. Give us one more, Doug. There's a dead cat on the line. Thank you. What applause, crazy music right. You gonna bring up the lady from Golden?
Well, I thought we were going to do that after this song, but we could
Well,
do
we
it
could do
right
it right
now.
now.
We could do
All
it
this
right
is
now.
carefully planned.
Exactly.
Every bit of this is
Ellen Castro has kindly made time in her schedule this evening to come on down and talk to us about her nonprofit organization. Come on up on stage. Want to learn a little bit more about this group that you work for, and the monies raised at the door tonight go for the Golden Girls Group Home. And you're located in Cerrito, is that correct?
Yeah, so I'm a volunteer. I've been a volunteer for a few years now. So they're spread pretty thin. So when I heard about this, I just let Dr. Laura Michelle Diener know that I could be here just to talk a little bit about it.
Fantastic. What got you interested in the first place?
So when I was a freshman, I was actually, and this has been years ago, but I was a women's studies minor, and a lot of the things that we do in those classes were service learning projects.
Yes.
And so that's how I first got introduced, and I've just kind of stayed around and tried to be there when I can to.
It's wonderful. The organization is there for these young women 12 to 18 years of age for whatever reason. Maybe they're orphaned or in foster care, or whatever reason they're just not safe in their natural home. So there are about 24 girls that get helped every year.
It's sometimes it's the same girls, but there's 24 girls that they have. And these are all girls who have been abused, neglected, and they're wards of the state, and their ages 12 to 18. But now they also have a transitional living for girls that turn 18 who either are transitioning into getting jobs or going to college. So they've done a lot to help the lives of these girls.
And getting necessary education as well as counseling to these young women so that they can move their way through the adversity that they faced at such a young age. That's so integral. Thank you again. We've got the $5 at the doors going for the organization. And if people are watching this on Facebook Live, seeing this up at a later time online, you want to do something to help the Golden Girls Group Home in Cerrito, West Virginia, you can go to www.gggh.org and find out how you might be able to help this organization if you're so moved to do so.
And we appreciate everything that you're doing tonight. It's been great so far, so thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking time and joining us this evening. It's just our entire pleasure. Ellen Castro, thank you for coming.
Sing it, Drew.
Gotta give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of and the glory of love. Oh yeah, yeah, you gotta win a little, lose a little, even have the blues a little. That's the story of and the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the world in its charms. And when the world is through with us, well, we've still got each other's arms. You gotta laugh a little, cry a little, and let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story of and the glory of love.
Do one, dog. See what Paul's got over there. Get him, Paul. Come back here, girl.
Oh, as long as there's the two of us, we've got the world in its charms. And when the world is through with us, well, we've still got each other's arms. You gotta laugh a little, cry a little, and just let those clouds roll by a little. That's the story of and the glory of. That's the story of and the glory of. That's the story of and the glory of love. So we're about halfway through our show, and again, we want to thank you so much for coming out to enjoy some live music here. And Paul Calicote, he is one of the proprietors of the Route 60 Music here in Barboursville. We've got a little treat for you. He's been passing out the music, and he's going to get you all to have some audience participation. Mr. Calicote.
Okay, this is a little unusual, might not work, but I'm going to try it anyhow. So I'm in the process of putting out another recording project. I'm just about finished. But I have one song that I kind of envisioned a bunch of drunken pirates singing on, okay? And I want you guys to be my drunken pirates. Now, that's right, Barbersville forever. I'm a pirate. I'm a Barbersville pirate. But anyway, so I have this song. And at the end of it, I just picture, a bunch of people singing kind of crazy. So I want to teach it to you real quick. I'll sing it for you once. We'll try it once, and then we'll record it all together. It's real short. It's no big deal. So what we're going for, it's a little bit of one of my socio-political songs. So if you have political leanings other than mine, you're welcome to not sing if it offends you for some reason. But I kind of buy into, some government conspiracies a little bit from time to time. But this one, tune this thing, Charlie.
Well, yeah, we've been counting on it.
So what we're going for, I kind of want a sing-songy sort of sea shanty sort of thing, like banksters and hucksters and shuckers and jivers. They grease all the palms to write all the rules, so the buckets of gold end up in their pockets, and the rest left with handouts and a couple of fivers. That's what I need right there. So, you got your lyric sheets? All right, so let's run through it once real fast. See how you do. I've got several recording devices in here recording at the moment. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Banksters and hucksters and shuckers and jivers, they grease all the palms to write all the rules, so the buckets of gold end up in their pockets, the rest left with handouts and a couple of fivers. So that's what we're going for. Now, I want you to cut loose here, pretend you're drunk. If you're real clean living folks and you've never been drunk, try really hard. I've been drunk once. And I woke up the next morning. I've been buzzed a little more, but I've been drunk once. I woke up the next morning, I was living in an apartment. I'd gone through a divorce. And I played at the Calamity Cafe on Friday night, had to be at work on Saturday night. And all I drank was 3 little teeny bottles of white Zinfandel, a girl's wine. And played music all night. Didn't feel drunk. Drove home, no problem. Woke up the next morning and it was like hell had decided to take up residence in my head. And I swore never, ever to allow that to happen again.
You have to drink water, lots of water.
Ibuprofen worked. But that morning I found out how great cold bathroom towel feels on your face. All right, so we're going to go for this. And everybody sing loud. I'm not going to do it on the mic because I don't want my voice to be front and center. So I'm going to do it off the mic. I need you guys more than I need me for this particular part. So we're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bang, that's where we'll start, okay? 1, 2, 3. Banksters, hucksters, and shuckers and divers, they grease all the palms, write all the rules, the buckets of gold end up in their pockets, and rest of the handouts and a couple of fivers. All right, close. We got to get a steadier tempo, okay? Everybody think tempo-wise. What?
Hear that guitar real well. That'll keep a rhythm.
Banksters, hucksters, shuckers, and divers, grease all the palms, write all the rules, the buckets of gold end up in their pockets, and the rest left with handouts and a couple of fivers. Thank you. Now the real ploy is that since you guys are probably going to be on my next record, if you want to buy a copy, call me. It'll be $10.
talking about shucksters.
Yeah, shucksters.
Y'all supposed to show up here Monday afternoon.
So for all of you who've never been on a recording before, there you go.
Thank you all so much.
Where's our fiddler? Come on up here, Doug.
So your house band is the 1937 Flood Band, led by the band leader Charlie Bowen. And yes, please, thank you. Jack Chapin plays almost every single instrument known to band.
Absolutely.
And we really appreciate him. He plays electric guitar, regular guitar. He plays mandolin. He plays violin. He's going to be playing mandolin or violin on this one. Paul Calico, he's over there on the mando. I said Paul Calico. He's over here on the bass.
Yes.
And Paul Martin is on the mando on this one. He usually plays guitar as well for us. So,
And this one's going to be on a new CD also. We're working on the Flood is working on a new CD. It's going to be our first all-instrumental CD, and we're going to call it Speechless. We do get a charge out of ourselves. We've always wanted to do it, and this is one that Doug brought to us a few years ago. It's about a bird. Get it, Paul.
your 1937 Flood Band. My name is Michelle Lewis, and it's been my pleasure to be with the band for about 13 years now. And Charlie Bowen, I love this little song that you guys let me do.
Well, and you know, we have tried to restrain ourselves from discussing how Michelle appears tonight, because we thought we would try to be really cool and get through the entire show without noticing that she was in costume. But then we saw the bird on her shoulder, and we thought,
My Vito friend.
this is a song called Fly Me to the Moon, and we just figured you just can't not comment on the bird if you got a song called Fly Me to the Moon. So here we go.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. Because you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Still do it. And the bird.
My eagle friend. Oh, we've got such an incredible lineup of artistry here tonight. I want to thank you again for coming to the door and putting your funds together for the Golden Girls Group Home. And we wouldn't be able to put this charity show together without the artists. And we have got our second artist. Welcome to the stage, won't you? Joe Lambiotte. Now he's yeah. Joe Lambiotte. Now, he is a Chesapeake, Ohio singer-songwriter, but originally from Parkersburg, West Virginia. Tell you a little bit about him. He's been doing some live performances for more than 20 years, and not just here around this region. He's also been a frequent guest at Writers' Night at Nashville's famed Bluebird Cafe. I know you've heard about the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. Yes. Well, we're so lucky he's here tonight. His talents have reached ears far and wide. And for instance, it was a year ago this month that Joe and another local music legend, Bud Carroll, opened the show for Bare Naked Ladies when that Toronto-based band launched the 2018 Marshall Artist Series. So in his day job, he stays busy. He's a 1992 graduate of West Virginia University. He has an orthopedic practice at Proctorville's Riverside Physical Therapy. He specializes in general orthopedic, spine care, custom orthotic foot and ankle care. Joe also holds a diploma from the prestigious McKenzie Institute. He's a world-renowned teaching institution specializing in the treatment of spine disorders. Now, we're very, very pleased that he's going to share his musical talent with us tonight. I think he's going to get his instrument tuned up here a little bit. We are so grateful to welcome him to the stage. So, if you would, allow my voice to leave the stage. Put your hands together. Let's bring up Joe Lambiotte here. Oh, thank you.
Big thanks to Julie for the red solo cup. If you don't know Julie, is the first lady of Route 60 Music. One of the first ladies, co-first lady of Route 60 Music.
I first met her in the V Club one night. When Paul and I used to play a lot together before we got old and started not doing that as much late at night. Hey, Steve.
Before he found better guitar players than me.
Just less busy ones, man. Anyway, we played the V Club. We got paid at the end of the night, and we all made what you typically make around here, $40 a night or something. He goes to pay Julie's tab, and it was 60, so he was 20 in the hole. His first album was called 20 in the Hole.
Story of my life.
But she did roll the amps away. I mean, she helped carry stuff out, so. That's right. Anyway. Takes in my front pocket. And I really tight blue jeans.
That flea on me?
Yeah. Hang on.
You got a pick you need, Joe.
I need a pick, man. Oh, wait, I got one. I found one. All right. Okay. This is way earlier than we usually play. This first song's called Sun Valley Road. It's a funeral song. And it's the first time Paul ever told me I did something good. He told me he liked the line. He didn't actually tell me, he told somebody around me that he liked the line. He's tight with compliments.
Not true.
Is it true, Allie?
No comment.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, it's about what if you could write the story of your own funeral, here's how it goes. Well, I might not be on the front row Sunday morning, but I've read the book and I know what's right and wrong. Saturday night you'll find me under some lights, holding on to this guitar and chasing down a song. When the lights on this earth finally go down, is what I'd like you all to have right around. When I die, won't you drive me down some valley road, dump some of my ashes out the window as you go, and take what's left of me up on the mountain farm, break out this old flat top guitar, sing hallelujah, sing me on into the light, sing hallelujah, light a bonfire, put some PBR on ice, send me on into the light. The line of my funeral wraps around the block, starts at 5:45 and it ends at 6 o'clock. And everybody's gonna pile in and head for the setting sun, turn on that old dirt road off Highway 41. And when the lights on this earth finally go down, is what I'd like you all to have right around. When I die, won't you drive me down some valley road, dump some of my ashes out the window as you go, take what's left of me up on the mountain farm, break out this old flat top guitar, oh, sing hallelujah, send me on to the light, sing hallelujah, light a bonfire, put some PBR on ice, send me on into the light. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, last year, everybody in my office got together on the side job. My music's my main job, but the side job, they got together. Got me a Spotify account. This song's on my Spotify account. But if you hear it, the recorded version is the one I did in the kitchen with my lovely daughter who's here in the front row. Stop recording for crying out loud. Oh, it's embarrassing. It never sounds as good the second time around for some reason. I blame it on the acoustics and the recording devices that Apple uses. Anyway, this song's called Come Back. And she usually sings with me. If you hear it on Spotify, it's just my name if you look it up. That's her singing with me. Sunrise comes easier to some. There's power to stretch the hours until my mind is numb. There's a hole on your side of the bed, and I'm trying not to put one in my head. So come back to me, maybe we can smile. Come back to me and stay a while. Come back to me, maybe we can smile. Come back to me and stay a while. Someone take this crush all night. It's got a switchblade trigger and no respect for life. And it's been staring me down tonight. The whiskey in my bloodstream says I can't put up a fight. Come back to me, maybe we can smile. Come back to me and stay a while. Come back to me, maybe we can smile. Come back to me, stay a while. Red River Run, there's nothing left to say. Let me chase these poison daisies to my grave. Red River Run, there's nothing left to say. Just let me chase these poison daisies to my grave. Come back to me, maybe we can smile. Come back to me, stay a while. Come back to me, maybe we can smile. Come back to me, stay a while. Come back to me, stay a while. Thank you. This next song it's a typical barroom song. It's called Lonely. But it's coming from a different angle. So. The neon stopped buzzing, so it's about closing time. So what you still doing there, staring at your glass of wine? I ain't Mr. Right, but I can sing you a little song. And I can be Mr. Right now till it comes along. But I ain't gonna wait around too long. You can take your lonely out on me. You can take your lonely out on me. You can take your lonely out on me. And I can be anything that you need me to be. You can take your lonely out on me. And I can be a preacher when your soul needs getting right. And I can be a doctor, I'm on call every night. And I can be a punching bag if you just need to fight. You can love me for love, you can love me out of spite. But I ain't gonna wait around too long. You can take your lonely out on me. take your lonely out on me. You can take your lonely out on me. And I can be anything that you need me to be. You can take your lonely out on me. Hey, thank you all. I just whispered to her, let's keep this short in case I hate to leave anybody.
No problem. We just want to get to know you a little bit more. We want to know where we can find you, where you're playing, where your music is online. We just want to find out a little bit more about you.
Okay, cool.
So you've got a standing gig at Sharky's now.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the house band there. Not really, but every couple of months, but just enough so people don't get deathly sick of me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but we have a great bunch of people over there that show up. It seems to be like a house crowd. We get a few hundred people in there and just have a great time.
When's the next date?
I haven't set one yet, so
Okay.
it'll probably be mid-November.
Okay, keep looking for Sharky's. Mid-November.
I'm on Twitter too. I usually, and my press agent, my lovely daughter there, puts it on the Facebook.
So-
She hates when I call it the Facebook.
That's okay. Get out there on the Twitter and the Facebook, because I'm like that too, and do a search for Joe Lambiotte, and you can look for him. Were you on the circuit this summer?
We played a bunch of places, played a few festivals down in Charlotte, played at the Marshall Tailgates and here and there. So,
Wonderful. I'm excited.
hey, Black Sheep, we hit the Black Sheep sometime. Hey, Paul, they doing music at Calamity again?
What's that?
Are they doing music at Calamity again? You got a hum.
Got a little bit of a hum.
Anyway,
So, do you have your music on CD Baby or anything?
we're on Spotify.
Spotify.
And but a whole new album's getting ready to come out here probably by the end of the year.
Ex-
And Apple Music and something
Reverb
else.
Nation? Reverb Nation?
Reverb Nation. Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff on Reverb Nation too. So
Well, I'm going to let you get back to it. We want to hear some more.
thank you very much.
Joe
I want to thank
Lambiotte.
Paul for having a big influence in the music, my music situation here in Huntington. I remember when I was a young 18-year-old and alone at Marshall, I wandered over from Towers one night to this place called the Varsity. If anybody remember that, raise your hand if you remember the Varsity. It's right down from Double Dribble. Don't go to the Double Dribble. Nothing good happened there. But at the Varsity, there's this band called Territories that made me stand there with my mouth open for 4 hours and just was amazed by how awesome they were. Playing everything from Petty to Prince and everything else. So I'm going to have to tell you that sometime over the years, but that was a big deal. Anyway, thank you, Paul. Let's hear it for Paul.
Yeah.
Joe's obviously a fine musician and songwriter, but you wouldn't believe the aches and pains he's gotten out of me down through the years. If you need a physical therapist, this guy's the man.
Not tonight. Come on, man. Even though the first thing we did when he came in, he was like, my thumb is killing me. You check this out.
That's it. And he tells me I'm just going to have steroid shots.
I've been drinking. I didn't want to say anything too medical. All right. Next song is called Would You Still? It's kind of a sad song about a sad musician who just says, okay, I know I've done you wrong several times, but would you still just come out and see me play sometime? Give me a little more volume. I can't lie, say I hate you. It would be easier for me, 'cause I know another's arms await you. It looks like it's time for me to leave, but this bar's never felt so dark without your eyes that light the room. I know it's crazy in a way. I have to ask before I go. Would you still come to hear me play sometime? Just for one night, so I can feel again your eyes here with me. And I could sing to you, and I pretend that you're not gone. And here I go, I stumble along without you. Pray the music sticks around. 'Cause inspiration so hard to find. You're the best I've ever found. It's okay if you pull your hat way down. Sit in the back so no one else will know. The good Lord knows that you don't owe it to me. I have to ask before I go. Would you still come to hear me play sometime? Just for one night, so I can feel again your eyes and your heart here with me. And I could sing to you, and I pretend. Come see me play sometime. Just for one night, so I can feel again your eyes and your heart here with me. And I could sing to you, and I pretend that you're not gone. Like you, I like the sad song. The best. Now, a few of these songs were recorded by my good friend Rudy here. If you've ever heard anything Wilson Creek did, I was lucky enough to have them record a few things with the Atkins Swing. You ever seen them anymore?
They're down
How about Rudy? You ever seen him there?
there. He shows up for work occasionally.
Okay. Let's pick it back up a little bit. Here's a song about reincarnation. Here's a song about tuning this guitar. Let's think about capos and young kids out there today. And when you're playing live, you got to retune relative to the capo. Because when you take the capo off, everything goes wonky. So you got to. Right, am I right, Paul?
Well, my capos work pretty good.
I need to buy one from you. Okay, this song's about reincarnation. It's called I've Loved You Before. It's a connection you feel so strong with someone, you know, God dang, this can't just be this time around. It's got to be several lifetimes worth. I'm an old soul, dropped in a brand new body, with memories of lifetimes rattling around my brain. Just below the surface, I can feel you. Little sparks of passion are getting fanned into some giant flame. You were there, right beside me the whole night. Decades of love, baby. Don't fade away, no, 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 no. 'Cause I've loved you before in another lifetime. Wrap myself around your soul with a silver chain, baby. I've loved you before in another lifetime. Let history repeat itself again tonight. How else could I know the way you smile when you sleep, and how you like to walk around in wet grass and nothing but bare feet? You think I can make this up? Pull it right out of the air. Baby, I've been around before. And you were there, right beside me the whole ride. Decades of love, child. Don't fade That's an oldie, baby. One more. I was saving the best one for the last one.
We're not gonna say no to you.
No.
No.
I don't get that house very much. So this is the latest song we recorded. I'm recording with Bud Carroll up in Point Pleasant, Leetart, West Virginia, in a little log cabin way out in the woods with no cell service. I don't get up here very often, but every Thursday I go hang out with him and my little buddy Edward, his son, and we record songs. Anyway, this is the next one. This is the one we just got done. And it's sad as can be. I'm high maintenance, I'm sorry. Allie didn't have what he requested. I know, you Anyway, this is a song called Falling Out. So I had this dream last night, your head was on my chest. You giggled at the TV, and I drew in your breath. And held it for as long as my burning lungs could stand. It felt like this would be the last time I touched your hand. Falling out is so much harder than falling in. Falling out is so much harder than falling in. And I don't know how to begin. I can't stop thinking about your skin. And all I know is falling out is harder than falling in. So ride to the pawn shop and visit our old rings. We're laying there in the graveyard with the other broken dreams. And there's my drive-by truckers on the shelf. Can't seem to listen to his bell by myself. It's falling out. It's so much harder than falling in. Falling out. So much harder than falling in. And I don't know where to begin. I can't stop thinking about your skin. And all I know is falling out is harder than falling in. And God, it hurt so bad at first, but every day just seems to get a little worse. Falling out so much harder than falling in. Falling out so much harder than falling in. And I don't know how to begin. I can't stop thinking about your skin. And all I know is falling out is harder than falling in. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate it. Next time we're around town, I'll be there. Thanks for coming out.
That's Joe Lambiotte. You just look for him on Apple Music, Spotify, and I'm sure if you Google him, you'll be able to find some opportunities to see him live in person. There's really some wonderful acoustic artistry. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Joe. been our entire pleasure to be here tonight for you. Thank you so much for coming out and helping us raise some needed funds for the Golden Girls Group Home in Cerrito, West Virginia. We're so pleased to be able to help a different charity every month, and we're thankful to have our live audience as well as our Facebook Live audience. And if you want to be able to go back and relive the evening's performance, we'll see you on our website, 1937flood.com, as well as route60music.com. So we're going to go ahead and play just 2 more tunes with the house band, and thank you so much again for coming out for another Route 60 Saturday night.
He was a friend, and a friend always stuck by me in the hard old days. Never cared if we had no dough. Rambled round in the ice and snow. Here's to you, my rambling boy, and all your rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy, and all your rambling bring you joy. It does. In Tulsa town, we chanced to stray. Thought that we would work one day. Well, the boss said he had room for one. So my old pal, and we ride the ball. Here's to you, my rambling boy, and all you rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy, and all you rambling bring you joy. Pick one, Paul. Late last night in the jungle camp, weather it was cold and damp. He got the chills, Lord, he got 'em bad. Took the only power I had. Here's to you, my rambling boy, all you rambling bring you joy. Here's to you, my rambling boy, all you rambling bring you joy. Hit it, Paul. My rambling pal, well, he's dead and gone. Left me here to ramble on. And if we die, we go somewhere. I bet you a dollar he's rambling there. Here's to you, my rambling boy, all you rambling bring you joy. there, Jeff. Thank you for coming tonight.
This Route 60 Saturday night, all the proceeds are going to the Golden Girls Group home in Cerrito, West Virginia. If you'd like to see the show, you can see it online, route60music.com, also 1937flood.com. I want to thank the folks here at Route 60 Music, Tony and Mike McCord, Paul Calico, Mike Bennett, and all the band players in the 1937 Flood, Charlie Bowen, Doug Chapin, Paul Calico, also Paul Martin. I'm Michelle Lewis. It's my entire pleasure to be your MC tonight. And if you'd like to do even more to help the Golden Girls Group home, they're at ggh.org. Go out and see some live music, and then come on out for next month's Route 60 Saturday night, the third Saturday in November. Thank you so much.
Take it home. Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming out. Be safe driving home. Hopefully we'll see you next month.
Thank you so much for being my drunken car.